Hello and welcome to One on One. I'm Vernon Ramasan. My guest today is Dr. Fuad Khan, who is the MP for Barataria, San Juan. Dr. Khan, welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much.
It's been a little while. I'm sure you won't be a stranger in the future.
Not at all.
But so we have things to talk about. Most recently, of course, in the news, you have some serious concerns about the Nursing Council. Apparently, if we're to believe what you're telling us,
Yes.
there's some sort of cabal operating, which is, to some extent, restricting the number of nurses that enter the system.
Yes. Not only is there a restriction of the amount of nurses into the system, but they're putting blocks. The council are putting blocks in the way of the entrance of nurses who want to do nursing, but may not have the qualifications as they have designated. What I took issue with, I've been, since I was a minister in 2001, trying to get nursing volume increased. However, the Nursing Council have always been trying to make an effort not to get that done. And I got an interesting visitor into my constituency office, and when they indicated to me what the elections are like in the Nursing Council, it made me sit back and take note, because we are now in a period of elections. We've just come out of a bruising elections, and in December to January I was in another elections and a party elections, and all these elections were done where there was a one man, one vote, free and fair elections and transparency, whatever it is you wanted to call it. I was told that the Nursing Council has always been doing elections in a manner that allowed a certain clique to stay there, which was they would send ballot papers out, receive ballot papers in, and the same people who were doing the vote counting were the ones who are vying for the positions.
So you're telling me the executive did the
Yes,
vote count?
This is what
Overseen by anyone? Or
overseen by somebody, but at the end of the day, everything went back to the Nursing Council. So they would send out the ballot paper, you would write down who you wanted, they would send back in. In doing so, what could occur, that transparency and electoral, I say misdemeanors could take place and favor a certain clique. And when I was told that one set of people were only being elected for the last 15, 20 years, how long it has been. And as a member of parliament, I have been privy to young people coming to my office and indicating that the Nursing Council, they would apply to do nursing via Nursing Council or different things. And it was almost impossible to get into through the system. So when I put two and two together, I realized that, sorry, the Nursing Council's movement needs to be examined. It needs to be looked at, and if it can be changed to have democratic elections and one man, one vote, as I say, to elect a council that will be for all the nurses and those who want to do nursing, somebody has to take it up. Because I tried earlier on, and when I look back, I realized that the PNM government went after the doctors and changed the doctors' medical board, went after the pharmacists and changed that. The UNC changed the dental council, but everyone is afraid to touch the Nursing Council. And I remember in my bantering in the parliament with the previous Minister of Health of the other party, he indicated to me, why should I change the Nursing Council and order them for we? And doctors,
that was said in the House.
And doctors, doctors for you. It was over the counter bantering. However, so that basically I said, okay, fine. If we're in a period of free and fair elections, let us expose this system. If it is transparent, if it is, as I say, democratic, let us know. And you will never ever find out things in any country or this country unless somebody puts the question that this is happening. In the same manner, it came as a shock, but not so much of a shock, that when Mr. Fazal Karim indicated the Ministry of Tertiary Education building has paid $41 million in rental for the last 8 years, or how much it is. And then there's another building for $900,000 and which has not yet been occupied. Now, unless somebody questions these things, you won't find it out. So we're right now in the changing our country for the better of everyone. Why not let the nursing council be part of it too?
But did you actually speak to the nursing council? I know it's not really your place. You're not the Minister of Health or anything like that. So you're just throwing the question out there to say, listen, I've heard this.
Based on I'm a representative for the people of Barataria San Juan, and the group came with this problem, and a lot of other nurses came, that there are foreign nurses coming to this country who are not as well qualified as the local nurses and are given positions in different jurisdictions, private jurisdictions, etc. And they feel slighted that the people could come to our country and be given positions while they themselves are suffering. There are also young men and women from parts of the country who would like to enter the nursing fraternity. But there's no systems in place to allow them to do so. If you don't have 3 O-levels, you can't come in, no matter if you care about people. There's no system. The Nursing Council has not put systems in place where we could accept these people who want to do nursing and train them.
Or have equivalency, perhaps, something equivalent to O-levels.
In fact, I had put forward the idea that you could bring in people who don't have these qualifications, give them an exam, right, of proficiency, English, whatever it is, reading, and bring them into the system, and every 3 months have an exam which somebody could write if they want to, but make the pass mark 95%, 90%. So when they do pass this system, they can go into another system. If they don't pass this, they can't go on, so they stay at a certain level. And in doing so over like a 4 to 5 year period, whoever is good enough could study hard enough to reach a level and write the nursing council exam and become a nurse. In fact, what we're doing is giving opportunities to our young people to become something. Because my argument has always been this: nursing is something where somebody cares. It's for people who care. You don't have to have 3 O-levels to care. You could be taught maths, English, etc., and reading, and more maths and English in the medical way by tutors. But if I'm living in Matlot and my parents are not rich enough to send me to a school to get 3 O-levels, I finish a primary school, whatever it is, and I reach the age of 20, 25, 30, and I want to become in the helping professions, then you're telling me I can't come because I have to go and write GCE O-levels or CXE O-levels.
And is it any 3 O-levels you can have?
Maths, English, and something else.
Okay.
So what I'm saying,
those are very specific requirements within the nursing profession.
I said that if somebody wants to do nursing, have the heart to do nursing, have the care to do nursing, wants to care about people, should they not have a system to give them the opportunity?
Well, we do have foreign nurses in the system, don't we?
Well, not that many. But they have them. What I'm saying to you, our nurses are saying that these foreign nurses, our nurses are coming and saying that why should they be slighted in such a manner?
But I'm wondering then, why is the scenario prevailing the way it is? I mean, is it that a certain group wants to stay entrenched in power?
Nobody's questioning it. It's something that kept going and going and going and going.
But there are a lot of nurses in this country. Surely they must have thought, well, this isn't quite
They'll
right.
leave.
They just leave and go overseas where they can get a job in Britain or somewhere like that.
They leave. But I would like to keep my nurses here, because we always have a shortage of nurses. In the hospital, you have one nurse to a ward overflowing with people.
I think it's almost worldwide there's a shortage of nurses, isn't there?
But we could do it, if we have a system in place, we could do it and don't have a shortage.